There is a specific kind of silence that happens just before you realize you have been forgotten. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of an expectation that remains unfulfilled. You might notice it while standing in a grocery store aisle or waiting for a screen to load. It is the feeling that the world is a stage where the actors have stepped away for a moment, leaving the set humming with a low electric tension. We spend most of our lives trying to ignore this hum. We call it stress or anxiety or the pace of modern life. We go to therapy to dampen the noise. We speak to professionals to help us return to a baseline of functionality. We want to be fixed. We want to be restored to the person we were before the world started to chip away at the edges. But there is a flaw in the logic of restoration. If the original version of you was capable of being broken, why would you ever want to go back to being that person? Restoration is a lateral move. It is a maintenance cycle for a machine that is fundamentally fragile. To move beyond therapy is to stop asking how we can heal and to start asking how we can evolve. We are entering an era of the engineered mind. Not a mind that survives the storm, but a mind that requires the storm to find its shape. This is the pursuit of antifragility. It is the transition from being a victim of circumstance to being the sovereign architect of your own internal landscape. Think about the way a bone heals after a fracture. It does not simply close the gap. It builds a calcified ridge that is denser and stronger than the original structure. The break becomes the strongest point. This is the blueprint for the sovereign mind. It is a cognitive architecture that does not just resist stress, but feeds on it. In this framework, the things that keep you awake at night are no longer symptoms to be managed. They are raw materials. They are the high-pressure environment necessary to turn carbon into diamond. We have been taught to fear our volatility. We have been conditioned to see our fluctuations as errors in the code. But what if those errors are the only parts of you that are actually real? What if the calm, stable version of yourself is just a mask you wear to make the people around you feel safe? Sovereignty begins when you stop apologizing for the complexity of your own internal machinery. It is the quiet realization that you are not a patient in need of a cure. You are a biological system capable of radical, self-directed reconfiguration. This is where it gets difficult. To engineer an antifragile mind, you must be willing to let the old parts of yourself die. You must invite the very stressors you have spent years running away from. You must sit in the dark with your failures and examine them with the cold, clinical eye of a diamond cutter. You are looking for the inclusions. You are looking for the points of maximum tension. Because that is where the growth happens. As we move deeper into this process of self-engineering, a question begins to take shape in the back of the mind. It starts as a whisper and grows into a heavy, unavoidable weight. Why are we so obsessed with mental resilience right now? Is it because we are breaking more often, or because the system we inhabit requires us to be more durable? We are told that a sovereign mind is the ultimate form of freedom. We are told that if we can engineer ourselves to be unbreakable, we will finally be at peace. But look at the world we are building. It is a world of constant surveillance, endless productivity, and total connectivity. In such a world, a fragile human is a liability. A person who can be broken is a person who might stop working. A person who feels too much is a person who might refuse to participate. The unsettling realization is that the sovereign mind might not be for us at all. It might be the final update required to make us perfectly compatible with a reality that has no room for human weakness. We are engineering ourselves to be antifragile so that we can endure environments that should be unendurable. We are optimizing our consciousness so that we can withstand a level of isolation and pressure that would have driven our ancestors mad. If you make yourself unbreakable, you remove the only feedback mechanism that tells you when your environment is toxic. You become a perfect, unfeeling gear in a machine that never sleeps. You aren't becoming a god. You are becoming an industrial-grade component. If you succeed in making yourself truly antifragile, what happens to your humanity? If you build a mind that cannot be broken, do we lose the ability to feel the very things that make life worth living? We are refining our consciousness into something hard and sharp and efficient. We are becoming the ultimate survivors. But look around. Look at the room you are sitting in right now. Feel the texture of the air against your skin. Listen to the rhythm of your own heart. It is a soft, rhythmic thumping of muscle and blood. It is fragile. It is temporary. It is the opposite of the sovereign mind we are trying to build. We are trying to turn ourselves into fortresses so that we don't have to feel like victims, but in doing so, we are building a prison that no one can ever enter. We are becoming so resilient that we might eventually become untouchable. And if nothing can hurt you, then nothing can truly reach you. You will be the absolute king of a kingdom of one. You will have achieved total sovereignty over a mind that no longer knows how to yield. Is that what you wanted? When you started this journey to fix what was broken, did you realize that the end goal was to become something that no longer needs other people at all? We are engineering the anti-fragile mind to protect ourselves from a world that feels increasingly hostile. We want to be the masters of our own destiny. We want to be the ones who hold the pen. But as the ink dries and the lines become permanent, you have to wonder about the price of such absolute control. You are sitting there, breathing, thinking, existing. You are the product of millions of years of evolution that prioritized connection over efficiency. And yet, here you are, trying to rewire yourself into a solitary fortress. It is a quiet, lonely kind of power. It is the silence of a deep-sea diver who has gone so far down that the light of the sun is just a memory. You are safe there. Nothing can crush you because you have become as dense as the pressure around you. But you are also alone. And the air in your tank is limited. We return to the grounded reality of the present moment. The hum of the room. The weight of your body, the simple, terrifying fact of your own existence. You are still human for now. You are still capable of being hurt. You are still fragile. And perhaps that fragility is the only thing that is keeping you real. If you finally succeed in engineering a mind that can never be broken, who will be left inside to enjoy the peace? How much of your original self are you willing to delete to become the version of you that finally feels safe?